Hey guys, this is Awesome Arcades. In this video, I'm just going to show you how to set up your PlayStation controllers. I've had a few questions recently. So on your board, on the side, there's a port for the trackball. And so inside your cabinet, this is covered in other videos, the main setup video, but basically inside your cabinet, there's a little USB cable that looks like this. That's what you're going to plug into here for your trackballs. Now that's actually the same port that you need for your PlayStation controllers. If you order the PlayStation controllers, you're going to get two of them. And then you're going to get this, which is a multi-USB strip. You're going to plug in these into the port closest to the cable. So that's number one. That's number two. Now, when this is plugged in, these things here click up and down. They're spring-loaded, and you can turn them on or off by pressing them. When you press them on, by clicking them down, they're going to turn blue. So make sure those are both blue. Now, with the machine powered off, you're going to need to unplug the trackball, which again is just something like this. And you're going to need to plug this in. You cannot plug your trackball into this and run all three. For whatever reason, that doesn't work. However, there are no games where you're going to need to use the trackball and the PlayStation controllers at the same time, so it doesn't really matter. I wish you could plug all three in at once. That'd be more convenient, but the board doesn't support that. So unplug the trackballs, plug this in, plug in your player 1 and your player 2. And if you're curious, so here's your trackball cable, which is going to be inside the cabinet. And then down there is where you're going to plug in the PlayStation controllers. Now, on the side of your board, inside, there's a setup button. So we're going to press that right now, and I'm just going to show you what the screen looks like. So we're going to come over here. Excuse me, let me turn off this flashlight on my head. And you're going to come down here. Now remember, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, and one player start, okay? So for the A button, I want you to come down here to System Configuration by using the joystick. Press down, you can toggle through those. Come to System Configuration, press the A button to enter that. And again, this is covered in other videos, but this is how you would change it from coin operated to free play. You always want to have this on hold one player start for 3 seconds. It just tells you that you're going to exit the game. If you're playing Pac-Man and you want to leave, you press and hold the one player start button for about 5 seconds. The thing you want to look at is you want to come down here. This is gamepad setting. So on the menu screen, there are a lot of 4-player games. I'll show you how to find those in a second. But if you're getting the PlayStation controllers, you want to be able to do 4 players. Now bear in mind, this cabinet does not work where you can do player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4. All 4 joysticks on the cabinet cannot work simultaneously. Basically, just think about it like this is a separate machine and this is a separate machine over here. So down here, you can actually change it. Right now, it's 1 player, 2 player, and then player 3 and player 4 are the PlayStation controllers. But you can play around with that. So you can do player 1 and player 2 on the PlayStation controllers, player 2 and player 3, or player 3 and player 4. Now I'm making that change by pressing the A button. So again, gamepad setting, you can play around with that. When you're done, you're going to go back a screen by pressing the one player start button. And just remember, you always got to save your change. So we're going to go back, and we're going to come down here to save setting. And by the way, this is the optimal setting where it says player 3 and player 4. That way you're going to have player 1, player 2, and then player 3 and player 4. And if you're curious which games you can do 4 players with, when you're in the main menu screen, just when you turn it on, this is what you're going to see. You're going to go to Function Select. Function Select is player 1. And then you come over here, and then that's going to tell you all of the 3 and 4 player games that are available for you to play. Okay. And if you were curious, let's go back a screen. They happen to be all the games above from like 3,900 and on. So you can see 4-player game, 4-player game, 4-player game. The main ones that people know about are like NBA Jam, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Simpsons. But that way you guys can do a basketball game where you've got the Bulls, you're Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen over here, and you can be the Utah Jazz and you're John Stockton and Karl Malone over there. Okay, hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, make sure that you plug it in while the machine is turned off. You can plug it in while it's on, but it's not going to read it. For it to read it, you have to turn it off and then turn it on so it can register that it's been plugged in.